Many times in her life, Sally Field had hesitated before opening letters she kept from her father, letters written decades ago, each one holding memories she was not always ready to face. Some were 35 years old, others 40, carefully preserved in a box as though keeping them close could somehow preserve a connection to a man who had shaped, yet quietly retreated from, her early life. Even at 78, reflecting on these letters brought a mixture of love, regret, and longing she could barely put into words. These fragments of her past were reminders of a life that had always balanced joy with challenge, and as she looked back, she recognized how those early experiences had quietly sculpted the resilience and depth that would define her both as a woman and as an artist. A childhood shaped by complexity. Sally's story did not begin with fame or red carpets, but in the quiet, sometimes fragile moments of her childhood in Pasadena, California. Born on November 6, 1946, she entered a home already stretched by change and expectation. Her parents' divorce, finalized when she was only 4, created a world of uncertainty and adaptation. Love and stability were not constant, and young Sally quickly learned to navigate spaces that demanded both sensitivity and self-reliance. Her mother, Margaret Field, a working actress, offered glamour and inspiration, but was often occupied with her career, while her father, Richard Dryden Field, a disciplined World War II veteran, provided structure without warmth. Caught between two worlds, Sally experienced both encouragement and distance, learning early on to carve her own sense of identity in a family divided by circumstance and obligation. Finding a voice in performance. Acting became Sally's refuge and her way of understanding life beyond her immediate surroundings. In classrooms, on sets, and in drama lessons, she discovered a world where she could express emotions that she did not yet fully understand, exploring roles and experiences that offered temporary escape and profound insight. Each performance was more than a role. It was a bridge between the life she lived and the life she imagined, giving her a language to articulate truths that had no words at home. Acting in this sense was survival, a way to practice empathy, courage, and self-expression long before she became recognized as a Hollywood icon. Early career challenges. Sally's first steps into the public eye were a mixture of opportunity and constraint. Her breakout role in 1965's Gidget brought immediate fame, but also a narrow public perception of her as the sweet, approachable girl next door. While audiences found her charm and warmth captivating, she wrestled privately with the weight of expectation and the complexity of her own inner world. 2 years later, The Flying Nun made her a household name, but the fame, while flattering, reinforced the pressure to fit into roles that did not fully reflect her emotional range. By her late teens, she was already navigating the tension between her personal truth and public persona, recognizing that acting was both a gift and a responsibility. A place where she could explore and redefine herself, even as the world tried to define her. Stepping back to grow. At the height of her early fame, Sally made a bold choice. She stepped away from television to focus on her growth as an actress. Rejecting offers for lighthearted roles, she risked public disapproval and professional uncertainty, choosing instead to invest in her craft and to explore parts that resonated with authenticity. This pause, though challenging, allowed her to reflect on her identity, her desires, and her ambitions, shaping her path with intention rather than default. It was a moment of courage, a willingness to embrace uncertainty in order to align her life with her values and artistic vision. Method acting and transformation. In the early 1970s, Sally immersed herself in method acting at the Lee Strasberg Actors Studio. The work was rigorous, requiring introspection, honesty, and the courage to face difficult emotions. Through this discipline, she honed a remarkable ability to channel personal experience into performance, transforming vulnerability into strength. This period was pivotal, not for glamour or recognition, but for the way it allowed her to grow into herself. She learned to trust her instincts, honor her emotions, and embrace the depth of human experience, a skill that would define her career and her approach to storytelling. Breakthrough roles. Her dramatic talent first captured widespread attention with the 1976 television film Sybil, where she portrayed a woman navigating complex emotional landscapes. The role demanded immense emotional presence and sensitivity, and Sally delivered a performance that was both powerful and nuanced. Critics and audiences alike recognized her extraordinary skill, and she earned her first Emmy, a validation not only of her talent, but of the years of dedication, self-reflection, and courage that had brought her to that moment. Through acting, she had found a way to transform personal insight into art, giving voice to stories that resonated deeply with others. Norma Rae and Professional Triumph. Just a few years later, Sally's performance in Norma Rae further solidified her place as one of Hollywood's most respected actors. Playing a woman standing up for justice and dignity, she infused the role with authenticity drawn from her own experiences of perseverance and resilience. When she accepted her Academy Award for Best Actress in 1980, the triumph was more than professional. It was deeply personal. It represented the culmination of years of self-discovery, hard work, and commitment to truth in her craft. This recognition affirmed that authenticity, depth, and resilience could overcome expectation and typecasting, establishing her as a role model for aspiring artists everywhere. Personal life and relationships. Sally's life beyond the screen included both joy and challenge. Her first marriage to high school sweetheart Stephen Craig brought the joy of parenthood with the birth of her sons, Peter and Eli. While their relationship eventually ended, it provided experiences of love, growth, and connection that would continue to shape her. Later relationships, including her time with Burt Reynolds, taught lessons about partnership, respect, and self-worth. Through each chapter, Sally balanced career, motherhood, and personal development, learning that life's richness comes from both successes and the quiet lessons of relationships. Motherhood and family. Motherhood became a central source of meaning and grounding in Sally's life. Her children offered continuity, love, and perspective amid professional pressures and personal challenges. Later, as a grandmother, she embraced the joy of nurturing a new generation, finding fulfillment in everyday moments and family connections. These relationships became the foundation for a life defined not solely by career achievements, but by love, presence, and care. A testament to the enduring power of family in shaping identity and happiness, facing life's fragility. Sally's life also included moments that highlighted the preciousness of existence. A private plane crash in 1988, while she was with her husband Alan and young son Sam, reminded her of the fragility of life and the importance of presence and gratitude. Though all survived with minor injuries, the experience reinforced her commitment to prioritize relationships and well-being, deepening her appreciation for each day and the people who mattered most. Health and advocacy. In later years, Sally faced health challenges, including a diagnosis of osteoporosis. Rather than letting it define her, she used the experience to advocate for awareness and prevention, inspiring others to take proactive care of their health. Through mindful practices, lifestyle adjustments, and public engagement, she transformed personal challenge into purpose, demonstrating that resilience involves both physical and emotional attention, and that life's later stages can be full of growth and contribution. Reclaiming peace and purpose. Today, Sally Field has cultivated a life centered on meaning, family, and reflection. Living in Pacific Palisades, she delights in quiet moments, nurturing her children and grandchildren, and contributing to causes close to her heart. Her legacy is not measured solely by awards or fame, but by the compassion, authenticity, and courage she brings to everything she does. She has embraced the fullness of her experiences, finding joy in everyday acts, and inspiring others to seek resilience and authenticity in their own lives. Advocacy and legacy. Beyond her personal life and career, Sally has championed causes including women's health, LGBTQ+ equality, and climate awareness, using her platform to give voice to issues she values deeply. Her advocacy reflects a lifetime of transforming experience into action, demonstrating that personal insight and compassion can ripple outward to make meaningful change. Through her memoir, public engagement, and quiet example, she continues to inspire generations to confront life with courage, empathy, and integrity. A life of strength and reflection. Sally Field's life is a testament to endurance, growth, and authenticity. From a childhood of shifting circumstances to the heights of professional acclaim, she has navigated life with courage and heart. She has transformed personal experiences into art, love, and advocacy, leaving a legacy that blends achievement with humanity. Her story reminds us that even amid complexity, it is possible to thrive, to nurture, and to shine, proof that resilience, presence, and compassion define a life well lived.